Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dig into a simple, almost invisible mistake that might just be the real root of your daily stress. It's basically a case of mistaken identity, and if you learn to see it clearly, well, it could change everything. So let's get right into it. So let's start with a really big question, one that gets right to the heart of who we think we are. We spend our lives saying things like, I am anxious, or I am successful, or I am so hurt. But are those temporary states really you? Or is there something deeper, something unchanging, sitting underneath it all? According to our source material, a huge amount of our daily anxiety, our attachments, and our conflicts, they all come from this one fundamental case of mistaken identity. It's like we confuse the passing weather of our lives, the storms, the sunshine, for the actual sky in which it's all happening. Okay, so let's dive into our first section here, a case of mistaken identity. We're going to explore how this simple confusion really does become the true root of our suffering, creating this ego that's just constantly reacting to everything happening around it. Ancient wisdom traditions, like the ones you'd find in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, actually have a specific name for this. They call it avijja, which translates to ignorance. Now, this isn't about not knowing facts from a book. It's a deep internal misunderstanding of our true nature. It's what leads us to believe that we are our fleeting experiences. And this is where the problem really takes hold, right? When we identify with these temporary things, we get attached. We're terrified of losing the job. We get totally consumed by the anxiety. Just like the slide says, it's like mistaking the dents and scratches on the car for the driver inside. And that one simple mistake, it sets us up for a whole life of fear and conflict. So, if mistaken identity is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's not about trying to control the world around you. It's about shifting your entire perspective. And that brings us to our second section, finally understanding the difference between the observer and the observed. Okay, take a look at this slide. It maps out the core distinction perfectly. On one side, you've got the observed. That's everything that changes, your thoughts, your feelings, your body, all your different roles in life. And on the other side, you have the observer, that pure, unchanging awareness that just witnesses it all. It's the constant knower, the steady light of consciousness itself. And this quote from Girish Jha just illustrates the idea perfectly. Think about it. You experience a waking world, and you experience a dream world. They feel completely different, right? And yet the consciousness that experiences both of them is exactly the same. It doesn't change when the reality around it does. It's the one constant. That dream analogy is just so powerful. We all know our dreams aren't permanent. Well, this insight helps us see that our waking life, which feels so solid and so real, is also just a flow of temporary experiences. And when you recognize that, it really helps break the chains of attachment to things that are, inevitably going to change. Okay, so this is a fascinating idea, but how do we turn it into a practical, life-changing tool? Well, that brings us right to our third section, mindfulness in daily practice. This is where we move from theory to action. Our source material gives us this really simple but profound practice called silent. Think of it like a roadmap. You start with the body, then you invite that awareness of your true self. You practice letting go of depending on the outside world for happiness. You embrace the now. You nurture the peace you find there. And, this is key, you teach your mind to come back to this center over and over and over again. Here's another really concrete tool, the daily self-audit. It's simple. Before you go to sleep, you just review your day. Where did you get caught up? Where did you feel that conflict or anxiety pop up? And listen, this isn't about judging yourself. It's all about building awareness. It's like a little feedback loop to see where the ego is still getting tangled up with the observed world. And here is a simple, powerful question you can use anytime, anywhere. In a moment of stress, or even in a moment of joy, just pause and ask yourself, am I this feeling that's changing, or am I the awareness that knows this feeling? That question, all by itself, can instantly shift you right back into the seat of the observer. It's amazing. So, what's the payoff? What actually happens when you start living from this place of awareness? Well, that brings us to our final section, the freedom of being aware and the real-world impact this practice can have.
Take Christina, for example. She described this moment of deep love for her partner, but it was immediately followed by this intense fear of losing him. But by applying this teaching, she was able to see the fear for what it was, just a passing thought, an observed experience, and she was able to just let it go and come back to the present moment. That was a huge shift from her old patterns. Then there's Dennis. What he found was that he could increasingly just watch himself go about his day without getting completely lost in what he was doing. He described it as a cycle. You get absorbed in something, and then you remember, and you return to being an observer. And with practice, those observer moments just get more and more frequent, and they last longer. And I love what David calls this. He coins this brilliant term for the practice, observer breaks. I mean, in a world of endless distractions, AI rabbit holes, and notifications, he found that just taking a moment to step back and observe brings this incredible sense of peace and perspective. And this really gets to the heart of it all. The ultimate freedom isn't about having a perfect life with zero problems. It's the inner freedom you get when you stop identifying with all the inevitable ups and downs. You're no longer a passenger being thrown around on the roller coaster. You're the calm awareness watching the whole thing go by. So that brings us to our final thought. This entire journey, this whole practice, it all leads to one really profound question. If you strip away all the changing roles, all the thoughts, all the feelings, what is left? Exploring that question, well, that's the gateway to discovering the steady, peaceful awareness that is your true self.